Okay.
You go on the website or you call a customer service rep
Okay.
and you indicate interest. And how you indicate that interest is that you fill a basic form that just asks for basic details. Once you've done that, you then get sent a more detailed application form that then has a list of documentation that you need to send in and has additional questions. Once we receive your application, that documentation has to be sent within 2 to 3 weeks of completing that form. So it's things like your utility bills, a letter from your current employer, your pay slips, and a few other bits and bobs.
Just basic KYC.
Basic KYC documentation as well. We then embark on a screening process and a pre-qualification process that will take perhaps anywhere from 2 weeks to up to a month, after which we formally write to you that congratulations, you've qualified to take up our rent-own scheme, at which point you will then be required to pay your 5% equity deposit. So if we're acting on the basis of this 30 million naira home scenario, the 5% is 1.5 million naira. And guess what? You can pay that 1.5 million naira in 2 installments. Because we are releasing just a limited number of units under this first batch, we expect subscribers to pay that 1.5 million, or at least the first half of it, by the 31st of August under the current scheme. So these homes are currently available at a promo price for the first 3 months, so between now and August. And then you can pay the second installment of your equity in December. Now, at the point at which you pay your equity, you will sign a commercial agreement with us. We have actually commenced construction in this 3-month period, and the homes will be delivered within an 18-month timeline. So your equity commitment essentially gives you an option to convert ownership by the 3rd year. Now, you may choose to convert much earlier than the 3rd year, but that's the basic principle of it. And at the point at which you convert, remember, you start paying your rent from when you move in. After 18 months, you move into a fully furnished 2-bedroom apartment.
Fully finished.
Fully finished, sorry, not furnished.
Fully furnished.
We know we're great, but you know, fully finished. And so you pay your first year rent. Once the home is fully finished, you sign your tenancy agreement. And after that, you live and you move into your property, or you're subletting it. But remember, even if you're subletting, you're still responsible for the property and keeping the property. Now, you can decide that after the first year of renting, you've come into some money, you've got a promotion, a salary increase, and you can actually buy the home at that point. If you choose to buy the home at that point, remember, you've paid your equity of 1.5 million, if we're using a 30 million naira home scenario, and your first year's rent is also 5% of the value of the home, so you paid another 1.5 million. So essentially, you paid 3 million. At that point, that 3 million is deducted from the initial 30 million. But of course, because of the time value of money, there's an interest element on the balance. And then what you pay at the end of the period of conversion is the home value, accounting for that interest, less the equity and the rent that you paid. But you know what I really love about this is that you're not just saving up towards your eventual home acquisition. But if you look at market dynamics and the rate of inflation in our economy, your eventual conversion price is still quite market competitive compared to trying to buy a home at that point in time in the future. So that's the basic principle. And of course, if you're not ready in year 1, you can wait till year 3, which is the maximum rental period to convert. And guess what? I keep throwing out all these additional benefits.
No, it's good.
You can convert through outright cash or through a mortgage.
Mortgage,
yes.